So with One Piece episode 611, I gotta start off by saying, y'all know how much I love One Piece. Obviously, look around me. This episode took the whole thing with Momonosuke and stretched it out way too long. It was about 16 minutes or so of Momonosuke getting his flashback and him talking to Luffy. And I felt as though that could have been cut down tremendously. It just felt, it went way too long to the point where it was just like, it felt almost boring at certain parts. It was just like, then Caesar again with the kids, seeing Caesar with the kids again, it just felt like repetitive and just, we get it. Caesar is a scumbag and a piece of shit. And it really pains me to see this because it's like, this is the content that I love. You know, I love the manga. I love seeing, this stuff in the manga was awesome. But then they put it in the anime, and the way they're just doing it, it's just like, episodes like this, I just really couldn't, I'm sorry, I couldn't really stand it up until the end. The end of the episode, I enjoyed. That's where it started getting a little bit interesting. We got the whole stuff with Smoker and Vergo fighting. Then we also got Zoro and Monet, and Zoro's getting ready to fight her. So it got, cool setups for battles and battles going on and whatnot. So we got a little bit of interesting stuff. And I also did like seeing Luffy getting pissed off at finding out all the stuff about Caesar. But everything with the whole Momonosuke stuff, it just felt dragged and, very tiring to see. It was like, I felt very bored, and I just felt like a lot of it was too stretched out. Now, again, the episode as a whole wasn't all completely like that. Again, the end, that's where they finally cut off with the flashback, and then, they started flying off away. But, like, seeing the stuff is just like, we learn about Momonosuke, how he stole the fruit and turned him into a dragon and, stuff like that. So, that was, we got progress with learning stuff and, getting more insight in Momonosuke, but they just stretched it out to a point where it's just like, I don't want 16 minutes, 17 minutes to be a Dragon Boy. It's just like, it felt way too stretched out. And I know I'm sure I'm going to get hate because people are just going to be like, no. But, like, I got to keep it real. Like, this episode, I just really couldn't mess with it. It just felt way too dragged out. And, it gave you a good ending. So, get some credit because it gave a good ending. But just as a whole, I really just couldn't deal with this episode. And, the One Piece anime is just as a whole, yeah, I understand what they're trying to do, what they need to do, so we don't get filler and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, I do prefer canon over filler, but not if you're going to take the canon that we enjoy and stretch it out and make it to the point where it's like, get on with the show already, especially when you're getting an episode a week. So, this episode, good ending, but literally everything before it, not everything, but a majority of it just felt long-winded, dragged out, and just overall, like, it wasn't what I was, hoping for. It's not that I want fights or anything, but, like, if you're going to do that, at least make it more insightful and enjoyable instead of just, like, seeing Caesar for the umpteenth time with the kids, being the little creep that he is. And it advanced giving Luffy a motive to pound Caesar's face in even more. It gave him that. And it also gave, an introduction to Momonosuke. So it did give you stuff. It's just the approach of what they did with the material. That's really what I felt was the flaw with this one. They took the material and they to something that shouldn't have been that way. So with this episode, everything in mind, I'm going to give this one 4 out of 10. I'm hoping that in the future we get something a lot better pace because this particular episode I just really wasn't feeling it, and hopefully they just do better things in the future. But as of right now, giving this one a 4 out of 10. Let me know what you think. Were you as irritated with the Momonosuke stuff as me? I like Momonosuke's voice actress. That was one of the only things that kept me interested throughout that flashback and stuff. But let me know what you just thought of the episode as a whole. Do you think that the One Piece anime, like, as far as getting slow episodes like this where it just feels dragged out and stuff like that, and, we've been getting a lot of instances of this for a while now, ever since time skip. What do you think is the solution at this point? For me personally, I would like, and this is just an idea throwing out there, maybe I should do a full in-depth discussion, but maybe take a break of the main story and animate some of the cover page stories that Oda does, because he does very in-depth cover page stories. That's just a thought throwing out there, but yeah, this episode, I'm sorry, 4 out of 10. Just, I couldn't mess with it. It was too dragged out and slow-paced, and it gave a good ending, so it's like, cool setup for next episode, but this episode, 4 out of 10, bad. That's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up if you want to see Zoro smash Monet's face in the next episode or so, because I'm excited for that. That's going to be interesting. Hopefully, they don't drag it out like they did with this episode. But I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.